the DNA which you need for being an employee and the DNA which you need for being a owner are very different. To AI capabilities, they have 7 pillars of AI in which they are providing funding opportunities to the ideas if any better. So there is nothing like non-techie now. If you just have an idea, AI will, you need not to know the coding completely, or you need not to be a techie to create a tech product right now. If you have an idea, you can.
What does it take to lead and innovate in today's global landscape? At the CXO Café, Coding Ninja learners got an exclusive chance to get the answer from Mr. Monish Salhotra, Senior Director at Compunnel Inc. In this session, Monish says how startups are approaching AI differently than large tech companies and what the next 3 to 5 years of AI innovation could look like in India and beyond, and also where the biggest opportunities lie for young professionals eager to build or join AI-first companies. Now, we are giving you a front row glimpse of that exclusive session. See firsthand the insight and strategies that Coding Ninja learners got to experience.
Yeah, I see you started the recording now. So yes, I'm working as a senior director with one of the US firms right now. I'm working with Compunnel Inc. as a senior director in the business development domain. And Compunnel is an AI first company. So extensively, we are working on AI as a product and as a business development. A part of that, I've worked with Noise as the innovation officer. I was working on their product development. I also had my own startup before joining Noise. So I did that for almost 6 years. We were working pan-India. We also worked international. We worked in US, Canada, Japan, and a few other countries. Before that, I was working as a consultant with KPMG and PwC. And I'm a graduate from IIT Kharagpur. So that's how my career revolves around as an employee and as an employer. So yeah, I think now we can proceed with the questions.
Amazing, sir, and I think that's what is inspiring. And I think I am sorry I missed that part because that was the most inspiring part where you can become the employer. Okay, so let's start this chat with the most hyped word, as I mentioned again, AI. So what initially sparked your interest in AI and how has it shaped your career so far?
I cannot say that AI inspired me. AI is a necessity. We all have to, either we are users of it or we are creators of it. So I heard about the buzzword of AI somewhere around 2022, if I remember that correctly, end of 2022. Before that, there were few things which were very close to AI. AI is not a new thing. It was there. I think the term was coined and the term got very popular around 2022. This term was coined before that, but was not so popular. So I got attracted towards AI extensively when I started using ChatGPT. I think that was a time when we all realized that jobs are going to change forever now. Things are not going to stay forever. And I was working with Noise at that time. So I could see a lot of changes in our hiring patterns, in our way of working, the way our coders used to work, the way our development team used to work, the way our content creators, the people who write content for Noise, the people who used to create designs for Noise, the watch faces of Noise, everything started getting into AI. And I think now the whole world has changed. We cannot imagine our life without AI. All of us, I believe. If people have any views on that, do let me know. But as far as I understand, it's not something which attracts us. It's something which is a necessity. Whether we like it or not, we have to work with AI. As I said, either we will be the consumers of AI or we'll be the creators of AI. So I chose to be the creator. I want to be on the other side of the table where I can create something with AI. That's what I'm doing right now.
Just amazing. And as you mentioned, like AI has become part of everyone's life right now. And yeah. I'm sure that ChatGPT is something which is common for one and all. That's the thing that we got introduced to AI, basically the common.
Yeah, correct. That's right. But I would say it's not just ChatGPT. I think we have young people here. They must be using Mistral. They must be using the Indian ChatGPT, the version of that, Sarvam, and then we have Perplexity is there. It's a US company, but again led by an Indian guy, very young chap. So I think ChatGPT is one source, but there are many sources now, and it's not just ChatGPT. AI is getting into different shapes and forms. It's coming into toys. It's coming into your mobile phones. It's coming into your devices. I think AI will be in everything. It's in my glasses. I recently bought those Ray-Ban Meta. So AI is everywhere.
The cool glasses are really cool. So
Yeah.
So as we're talking about, how AI has transformed everything and how AI has become the thing. So what do you think the expectations for tech professions in the next 3 to 4 years will change? Because this thing is changing very rapidly. The tech space is changing rapidly. So what would be the expectations according to you for all tech professions in the next 3 to 4 years?
Okay, as you told me that there are two kind of people here right now: people who are in the final years of their studies,
Right,
and the professionals who are working. So let's answer it separately for both the people here. I think for the people who are in jobs right now, they should try to upskill them. How can they increase the efficiency, the speed, and the quality of delivery using AI? Since my team also uses AI, and I myself use AI extensively in my daily routine, but I believe the human element still needs to be there for checking the things, for making it relevant for the work which you're doing, and to make it more specific. I'm the one who since the kind of role I'm playing in my company, I have to review a lot of documents. I have to check the tenders before we submit and do a lot of review work because there are people working under me. So sometimes I realize that ChatGPT or other AI platforms make your work easy, but they also tend to do some stupid mistakes, which a ChatGPT will never be penalized about. But if you as a professional do this mistake and something goes to your senior, which is dumb enough, that's going to penalize you. So my humble request to all the working professionals is: you do use ChatGPT or other platforms, but try to use your human element. That is more valuable than what you get from ChatGPT. ChatGPT should be something which enhances the delivery, which makes it faster. But you are the real source of the work. You're the real brain behind it. So don't stop using your brain. Use your brain and use ChatGPT as an enabler to make your deliverable better than what you can do as a person. I think speed is one thing which AI really helps. And coming to the students, try to be you are consumers even now, the students, but try to be on the other side. Try to be the suppliers of AI. Try to be on the other side. Learn how you can do coding. Learn how you can create your own agents using AI. Learn new skills with AI, like video making is so easy now. You can create your songs. You need not to go to a studio to get it recorded and get it mastered or play all those instruments. A lot of things. You can write books very quickly. If you have an idea, you can do things quickly. So try to be the supplier of AI, or try to make applications out of AI which can help you and the wider audience to get something out of it. So AI, I was reading, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, AI is going to create more millionaires and billionaires than this .NET boom did in last 10 years. So vouch for it. I think the students who are there in the colleges or who are still figuring out what to do, use AI to be the next millionaire or billionaire.
And I hope that we are also trying from the 10x level, to take their careers from X to 10x, and insights like these from you surely help us. So our crowd is divided into web developers and data analysts. So according to you and the experience that you have seen for so many years, so how do you see that how AI is changing these two roles for like web developers? Because AI is building a lot of things on its own. So will it just stay off building and front end piece, or the ideation behind it, or the business purpose behind it?
It does both, actually. It does both. Having said that, we still need human element, the human presence, the human consciousness, or the human worthiness in both the sides. whether we are developing something or we are, you said two sides, right? What were those two sides?
The data analyst and the full stack developers.
Yeah, data analysts and the full stack developers. So I think for both of these roles, AI is important. I remember when I started my career with KPMG, the amount of time which used to go for data crunching, the amount of time that used to go for reading documents, creating documents, and making docs used to be enormous. And now I see with the help of AI that the work which we used to do in weeks can be done in days or even hours. So the speed has increased for sure, but at the same time, the quality of the deliverable needs to be checked. The only risk I see is when we used to do things, like people of my generation, we have seen the pre-.NET era, we have seen the .NET era, .com era, we have seen things getting faster and faster. Sorry for that. And we have also seen the time of ChatGPT when things are happening very quickly. So I think due to the experience or due to the time from where we have grown, like people of my age, we know the basics. We know how to read a document. We know how to do number crunching even when the laptop is not there, or with the minimal resources which we have. My only fear is when people start using ChatGPT or AI from their initial years, maybe they will lack they will never know how to do it manually. They would never know how to do it in an Excel sheet. That's the only fear I have. Your life will become easy, things will become faster. Maybe the basics can get lost. That's the only fear I have. Although the new generation is very smart, I'm working with Gen Zs, not Gen Alphas. Maybe in few years I'll be working with Gen Alpha also. These people are very smart. They are quicker. They are sorted with their priorities. They are concerned more about the work-life balance, which is good. But the basics of the work, how things are happening, I think the way people of the elder generation have gone through all these things, from the slower, then fast, and faster, and the furious ones. I think this is the generation which is directly coming to the furious point altogether. So I don't know how they will adapt with the slowness of things, if at all they happen, and how they will understand the basics. That's the only fear I have for both the categories. And for development people, I think they're writing codes now. Even in my company, present company, previous company, and even my startup people who were working with me earlier, everybody is using co-pilots. There are platforms who help you coding. Again, the same fear looms there. If you're using some platform or some AI to write a code for everything, one day that AI platform will become more smart than you. So I think it's a challenge for the new generation, how they will create their own niche. The logic still stays with the human. You still can write it more efficiently. You can still think of a better logic. But eventually you have to create your own niche. The current generation needs to see how the human element can be sustained so that the AI does not take over the human part.
And I think, as you have mentioned, the importance of fundamentals. So our learners would surely take away to, be strong in the fundamentals, because that is how they can somehow, create new things in future also, because fundamentals is the base.
Yeah, I think that's the base. But I don't know how this generation will do. Maybe they will come up with something new. Maybe they will come up with some new ideas. I don't know. But that's for sure that a lot of things depend on the capabilities of this generation, the people who started working and who are in the colleges right now. I think the times they are going to experience, they'll be very interesting. They're going to experience interesting times ahead. Sure. And my best wishes.
So let's talk about startups. So we have seen large companies specifically, have started AI. So how do you feel that how startups now are leveraging AI differently compared to how larger companies are doing it?
Okay. So before we answer that question, from my startup experience, I just want to tell everyone, if any one of you is trying to do a startup, is trying to build his or her own startup, be mindful that the DNA which you need for being an employee and the DNA which you need for being a owner are very different. So if you're planning to be a startup owner, get ready for surprises, because as an owner, more than your salary, you'll be concerned about giving out salaries to people. So when we start a startup, we think about the idea, we think about the technology, we think about how great our product is. But once you become an owner, you have to think about the compliances, you have to think about the government regulations, you have to think about the taxes, you have to think about the CAs, the lawyers, the employees, the salaries, the rent, and arranging money for the company, the operations, and all the liabilities, the politics around. So be mindful about that. If you are getting into a business, you have to be a business person. You also have to understand the finance, you have to understand the law of the country, you have to understand the accountants, accounting, how does that happen. You have to understand the laws, the rules, the compliances. It's very important. So that's one bit of the compliances. That's very important. That's what sustains you as a business. Now, coming to your question, how startups have adopted AI. I think startups were the early adopters of AI. It was easier for startups to adopt AI as compared to the bigger companies, and I think they've done an amazing job. Even some of my batchmates and juniors who were in their early stages of using startups, using AI in their own startups, I think they're doing really well. They are able to do things quickly. They're able to do things with lesser number of employees. They're able to do bigger things. They're able to expand their businesses globally. They are able to make applications which are more valuable for the companies. They are able to make out more deliverables. Now I see the companies who are talking about the safety and trust of AI, how to detect a deep fake video or a deep fake image. So I think the startups are responding really well. In fact, I believe startups are the companies which are going to take AI to bigger heights. So startups are the real flag bearers of AI and its future.
So talking about startups, so if someone is joining an early age AI driven startup, so what should they expect in terms of their responsibilities, learning curves, or what actually they are expected to do in these startups?
I think they should be open to learning right now, because the AI industry itself is evolving. There is nothing fixed right now. There are no ground rules right now. There is no cybersecurity norms built for AI right now. The rule book is still being written while the AI is evolving itself. So AI is evolving so quickly. All of us who are not, I think I having a lot of experience, I'm still learning and I'm open to learning. And I believe the new graduates or the new students who are there, they should just be open to learning, which they are, I believe. Just be open to learning, try to learn new things, and just see how AI can make your and your client's life more easy. And your client could be your boss as well. So see how you can be more valuable using AI. That's all I can say.
So we talked about how startups are using the AI or what skills they are expected to have. So if we ask you, what startup opportunity in AI currently excite you the most, and you see the areas where innovation is just beginning?
A lot of stuff. See, I'm working with a few projects with the government also. So I see AI extensively getting into healthcare. For the cancer patients, it's going to change things drastically. Medical is one place. Then public policy is another thing where AI is going to help in a big way. For example, tomorrow you will see, like currently we have ATMs for money. In the coming years or coming months, you will see ATMs for health, where you can just go to a kiosk, get your tests done, and get your reports on your mobile phone or maybe live report. You will see a lot of AI initiatives coming into agriculture, precision farming, putting fertilizer where they are needed. You will see a lot of AI into forecasting of weather, for managing this flood disasters. You will see a lot of AI into justice, in this judiciary. You will see how quickly and how easily the petitions will be made, done, and maybe the justice will become faster in this country. That's where the government is looking forward to. You will also see AI maybe into politics as well, but that's a far-fetched idea, but I'm sure it will get there as well. You will see AI into healthcare. I said healthcare. You will see AI into defense, especially from the cybersecurity side. More than the physical attacks, the countries are facing cyber attacks, and they are all driven by AI. So once the attack is happening by AI, you'll have to find a defense which is also through AI. So that's one domain which is picking up very openly, very clearly. I think recently there was a attack by Israel or on Israel. I believe it was a big news. So yeah, I think these are the domains where I see AI being utilized. But that's at a macro level, and on micro level, at the company's level, I think a lot of products will be created using AI. Right now, we are using AI more as a software as a service. I see AI transforming from your laptop to products. As we talked about this Ray-Ban Meta, my son is young these days, so I see a lot of AI coming into toys. So I think AI is going to get into products now. That's the future I see at a micro level. But at macro level, I told you the major domains, how I see AI.
It was really interesting to know the opportunities that you were mentioning, and I hope that as you also mentioned, that AI is going to make more and more millionaires and billionaires. So we hope that they ask some from our learner crowd also who are attending this session today.
Okay, if you're really interested for the opportunities in AI, I think all the learners should go to the website of India AI. Now, Indian government is extensively investing into AI capabilities. They have 7 pillars of AI in which they are providing funding opportunities to the ideas if anyone has. I think if you want to write it down there somewhere, it's important. You can write down the name India AI. I think Abhishek Singh is the IS officer who is leading this initiative from the government. They are funding ideas. They are giving space to startups. They are even upskilling people. If you want to do some courses, they are doing it. They're giving it free of cost. And they are incubating people, startups, and even academicians, even if they don't have a company. So vouch for India AI. If you have any idea, if you want to work for India AI, if you want to be a consultant, if you know AI, you can work for them. If you want to learn AI, you can go and learn it from them. If you have some idea, you need funding, you can still go to India AI and present yourself there. So if you're planning to stay in India, you want to work in India, and you are interested in AI, then India AI is one thing which you cannot afford to miss.
Amazing insights for learners. So, Can you share a startup or an experience which you have gone through from AI where AI insights or tools change the complete direction of product or the business?
I think every business here. I can take an example of my. I'll take the example of current company. In my current company, we are trying to use AI everywhere. Like for the developers, we are using AI. How to use it judiciously, how to use it in an ethical way, and how to use it in a way that it improves the efficiency and maintains the quality of deliverable which we have, and still maintaining the human element to it, because as I said, that's very important. The speed of work has improved. I think the work which we used to do in weeks is now happening in days or hours. And I think you get a global viewpoint with these AI platforms. Earlier, when we had to make proposals, the video used to take a lot of time. Now, using the video platforms and the audio platforms, the script is made by AI. You just have to type an idea, the script will come, it will record the audio, it will make the video, it will do the editing for you as well. So I think these are things which I see a lot of drastic changes in my own company.
Right.
Yeah. So overall delivery, overall presentation part has become better using AI.
So a lot of our crowd comes from non-tech and who are transitioning into tech. So how do you feel that how AI has helped today for people who are non-tech to become techies, or do you think that everyone is a techie right now in today's time?
I think the second statement is better. So there is nothing like non-techie now. If you just have an idea, you need not to know the coding completely, or you need not to be a techie to create a tech product right now. If you have an idea, You can use AI, or you can just make a team, a consortium of people who have some idea of tech. Yeah, that's a site, right? That's India AI. Somebody's asking on the chat. So yeah, so you need not. I think the second point was right. What you said. Everybody is techie right now with the tools which are easily accessible now. The great thing right now is the ideas. If you have ideas, you can create products. You need not to be a techie for that. That's for sure.
So apart, as you were mentioning before also, the human element is something which people are trying to still have in future also. So apart from the technical skills or AI skills, what are the other skills and mindset you think everyone should have to not get obsolete in this AI era or even in the coming years ahead?
That's a very open-ended question. It can be anything. I think I will say just be good at something, and that something can be anything. Be good at playing tabla, be good at mathematics, be good at stats, be good at humanities, be good at history. Just pick up one thing and be a master of it. And then for doing anything else, I think once you become master of one thing, you learn how to be master, and then you can be a master of anything. I think that's the that's the fundamental thing which I've been following in my life. Just try to be a master of one thing at a time. Because once you become a master of one thing, the good thing is you learn how to be a master, and then you can master anything. And at this point in time, the knowledge is easily accessible, the information is easily accessible. I would say the wisdom is also accessible now with this powerful platforms which we have. So just be good at one thing. That one thing could be anything, and then you can excel into whatever you want in your life.
That's really a lovely statement. I'm seeing in the chat also that people are saying it's really a powerful statement for everyone. And we should try to follow this thing. So we were talking about India. So you gave us an insight about how India AI is the platform where people can go ahead for their funding. So there are a lot of learners and viewers also who think how they can go ahead and join companies, the global companies or companies which are out of India, but they are not sure how to get these opportunities or how to approach this. So if you could give them a roadmap or guide them how actually people from India can pursue jobs abroad.
See, it's very subjective. So there are conventional ways of applying for the internships, conventional way of doing a master's degree or some course from a foreign university and then applying for a job and getting a work permit and then planning to stay there forever or for a longer term. But there are unconventional ways also. Like if you have skills, like I know many people from my batchmates or my juniors who have got offers from foreign companies from Australia, Japan. Japan is hiring big time these days, and also from US. Just because they were great in doing what they were doing. So again, I would say just try to work on your skills, and that skill could be anything. If you are good at something and if you are needed for a company, people will hire you for sure. And the routes are very simple. Be a part of events, be a part of tech shows, be exposed to what is happening in the world, know where the technology is leading towards, what is happening in the world. Don't be in a cocoon or in a shell. Open up. I think it's the time when we are really living in a global village. The boundaries, the borders don't really matter these days. I see people working in US, staying in US, working for India, staying in India, working for US, Australia, and other countries. So the borders really does not matter now. It's if you're talented, people will hire you. Focus more on talent.
So as you were mentioning before also, they are, be good at one thing. But in today's time, all our generation people, we are seeing so many new tools, so many hypes. Everyone is hyping the other tool that this is better, this is better. How do you suggest that? How do we focus on that single tool, or how do we choose which tool is suitable for us and how to go ahead and stay away from this hype that's happening all around?
See, first of all, I would like to say that very clearly, there is no single tool that can give you nirvana or that can give you a solution or can make you valuable. You have to go through that life cycle of trying and testing different tools. And just give me a moment. Give me a second. Just a second.
And until sir is back, learners, after this, we'll start taking questions from sir and from you. So please feel free to post your questions in the Q&A section. We'll try to take up as much questions as we can. So please start putting your questions in the Q&A. We'll take it after we finish.
I'm so sorry. I was getting a call frequently, so I had to tell them that I'm a little occupied right now. Sorry. So coming back to your question, you said you were asking about the tool. So there is no single tool which can help you. As I was telling you, when we started using tools for coding, then we started using for content creation, then we started using tools for web development, and then video development, and then programming, and all those things. There is no single tool. You have to keep trying new things. While we are speaking, there must be some tool being launched right now. So we don't know. The industry is so volatile right now. There is no set standards. So you have to try out new things. Just be open to learn. That's all I can say. That's the biggest skill a person can have. Be open to learning. Right now, I think this is the time when we should be open to learning. No matter what is your age, no matter what is your background, no matter at what level you are in the hierarchy, just be open to learn. Be humble and just learn. That's all. That's all you can do. That's the best you can do to yourself.
Talking about mindsets, we talked about employer and employee mindset. But there's also mindset change when a person who is working in a team becomes the team leader or the manager. So what do you think what should be that mindset that make people a leader in that domain and not just a team player?
I think that remains the answer remains the same. यहाँ से 10 साल पहले भी यही था, 50 साल पहले भी यही है, और I think 50 साल बाद भी यही रहने वाला है. As you move on the ladder in the company, and I'm assuming you're considering this person to be an employee, not an employer. Right. He's an employee. You need to be a people's person. पहले जब आप जॉब कर रहे होते हो as a junior member in your team, you are more concerned about yourself, your team, or your deliverable. But once you become a manager or a senior manager or a director in a company, you have to think more about people. You have to think about their concerns, what motivates them, what demotivates them, their relationship problems, their money problems, their family problems. You have to show empathy towards them. You have to be in their shoes. You have to understand the human element, because it's not just me. I think many people think like that skills can be taught, technical capabilities can be trained, people can be trained about those things, but this human element is something which really makes or breaks the things. A person who is motivated will always do something good, will always figure out a way how to do the things. A person who is not motivated is not going to do, even if he has a lot of talent, skills, and all the resources in hand. So I think as you grow up the ladder, you have to be more and more people's person. Sit with your team, talk to your team, understand their fears, understand what motivates them, understand if there is any issue. So as a leader, a lot of my time is spent in understanding people, motivating people, how to make sure that the work environment which is being provided to them is fruitful. They are being nurtured well. They are being upskilled well. So yeah, as you move on the ladder, you have to be more a people's person. I think I'm still learning. I'm at that stage right now of my career, and I'm still learning how to be a good people's person.
So as you mentioned, being a leader, you have so many responsibilities. You have to check all these things apart from what the business is going on. So, keeping that aside, how do you keep learning and also not make yourself obsolete in today's time? How do you keep yourself upskilling and learning more and more? How do you get time for that, and how do you manage that?
ये तो बड़ा secret question पूछ लिया आपने यार. Okay, so I think since ever, like from the beginning of my career, I'm following a rule that every year I will do one certification, at least one certification, so that I stay relevant in my in the work which I do. I remember in my first year I did ITIL version 3, then I did Six Sigma, Green Belt, Black Belt, and then my journey continued. Right now I'm doing a postgraduate course from UCLA in AI. I'm also doing a cybersecurity course from Google. It's a painful thing. I think as you grow elder in your life, as you grow up the hierarchy in a company, आपके पास टाइम कम होता है, you have more responsibilities, family responsibilities बढ़ जाती हैं. So it's a difficult thing, but you have to do it. It's inevitable. If you don't do it, you will become obsolete, you will become irrelevant. Experience helps, but it helps only to a certain level. And especially in the interesting times where we are living, it's not just about the experience, it's also about how relevant you are in the industry right now. So I have seen people getting obsolete. I have seen people becoming sadly irrelevant to the companies, and they have to upskill them. And I think this goes for everyone. This goes for me. This goes for everyone in the society right now, that you have to keep yourself constantly upskilling. It's not easy. It's expensive. You have to spend money for that. Sometimes you don't have to, but sometimes you have to spend money. Courses are paid sometimes, but I think if you can spend money to upskill yourself, don't mind doing that. You can avoid one vacation trip in a year and try to spend that money to upskill yourself. I think that's absolutely worth it. I do that, and it has really paid off well for me.
A really amazing strategy, and I think that it could surely help us also. It was a secret that we brought out, but I think that will surely help us too.
I was not expecting this question.
So, you're talking about certifications and all these projects also. So, a lot of our learners have this question that a lot of recruiters are saying that proof of work is very important right now. Certifications are important, but how do you choose these certifications? How do you choose which is the best project to go ahead with? So, what would be your advice to our learners for this?
I think go to good platforms. I don't know, this Coding Ninja might be providing some good good courses for the students and learners. I generally go to MIT. UCLA is another good platform, good university to do one thing. I remember Yale University used to have a lot of free courses. I did a few from there. They were amazing. I've done one from the Sloan School of Management, which is under MIT from Boston. Even Indian universities like IITs, they do a lot of courses on AI, on leadership, on finance. So if you're aware and if you're among those people who are doing such things, you will get to know these things. Like the way you get recommendation for a good movie, if you're surrounded yourself around the people who are doing great stuff, who are learning constantly, I think you will get this kind of information. Right now, I think AI is the biggest buzzword. People are trying to do something in AI. AI and cybersecurity is the new thing. AI and defense is the new thing which people are trying to work on. So I would suggest that try to see new applications, something which is not happening right now, but might happen in 2 years from now. Try to figure out those things. And I believe the kind of young generation we have, they can think about those things better than us.
Yes, sir. So we'll move to the last question before I go to the rapid fire questions then. So the last question is always what we have is, what would be your one piece of advice for anyone who's watching this video now to excel in their careers and take your careers from X to 10X? What would be your piece of advice?
I've said many things already. I've given some things which I have experienced from my career. But if I have to end it saying something, I would just say be honest. Be honest to your own self. Be honest in your approach towards work. Be honest towards your family. Be honest towards your relationship. Be honest towards your study or whatever you're doing. If you're honest, I think you will attract all good things towards your own self. Honesty is something which was valuable 1,000 years ago and will be valuable 1,000 years hence from now. And
that's the power of Coding Ninjas 10X Club, an exclusive space where learners connect with top industry leaders and gain knowledge that goes beyond the classroom. Don't just watch, be a part of this experience. Click the link on the description below to join Coding Ninjas and experience the same exclusive learning that our Coding Ninja learners enjoy. Insights, mentorship, and opportunities all in one place. And if you have missed glimpses of our previous sessions covering insights across domains and industry, be sure to check out our earlier episodes of the CXO Café series.